Williams class. For your SPaG lesson today, we are going to be looking at something known as demarcating sentences. The animal that we are focusing on today is called the cotton-top tamarin. I've never heard of this animal before, so I'm very curious to see if you have ever heard of it before, and I'm just curious for us to learn about it together. Our learning objective for today is learning how to demarcate sentences with capital letters, full stops, question marks, and exclamation marks. And again, the context, the animal in question, is the cotton-top tamarin. So, before you watch this video, which you will get a link to watch in the blurb in the description, so make sure you visit that link and watch the video. But before you do, I'm just going to describe what the video will be about. So clip description. The cotton-top tamarin is one of the most endangered primates in South America, and there are believed to be only 2,000 left in the wild. The species is only found in the tropical rainforests of Colombia. They get their name from the long tuft of white hair around their black faces. In this fascinating clip, the forest home of one group of cotton-top tamarins is under threat as a result of deforestation. Their only hope of survival rests in the hands of the local community. What do you think is being done to help them? Watch the clip to find out. So now you can watch your video and find out more about the cotton-top tamarin. Now that you've watched that video, we are going to do a word challenge. Can you describe the cotton-top tamarin in a way that will paint vivid images in the reader's mind? So your task then is to just describe the cotton-top tamarin. Some examples can be elegant white fur. You can see they have really gorgeous white fur. Another way to describe them is by saying they have piercing black eyes. If you look into their eyes, you can see they are piercing. Piercing means striking, like you can't stop looking into them because they're just so different and so eye-catching. Another way that you can describe the tamarin is by saying they have claw-like nails. So that means their nails are super, super long and they're like claws. Just a couple of ways to describe the tamarin. I would like to see how you describe them. Have a go. On to the grammar bit now. So we are going to read the scintillating sentences opposite. Now they show the four main types of sentences and the punctuation used to complete them. So one of the types of sentences is a statement. So a statement gives information and normally finishes with a full stop. A question is often a request for information and always finishes with a question mark. A command tells someone to do something and finishes with either a full stop or an exclamation mark. An exclamation expresses a strong emotion or a surprise and always finishes with an exclamation mark. Now, in every type of sentence, a capital letter is used to start the first word. With a talk partner, it says, read the sentences opposite again and agree on their sentence type. Now, you don't have a talk partner, so you can either do this independently or do it with a member of your family. The scintillating sentences are as follows. Number 1, what can be done to stop the destruction of the rainforest? Number 2, what an unusual looking primate. Number 3, stop burning the rainforest. Number 4, cotton-top tamarins are so named because of the shock of white hair encircling their heads. So you read those 4 sentences and you decide which one of them is a statement, a question, a command, and an exclamation. Have a go now. So now that you've finished that, just a little did you know. When a cotton-top tamarin is feeling frightened or excited, the plume of white fur on its head becomes raised in an effort to make it look bigger and more impressive. How interesting. So if you ever see a picture or a video, or if you see them in person, a cotton-top tamarin with his hair raised, you know that they are feeling frightened or excited. It could be hard to tell which one, but it would definitely be one of those 2 emotions. Moving on to your whiteboard challenges. So the reason why it's called a whiteboard challenge is because you can do it on a whiteboard. However, if you don't have a whiteboard, then you're more than welcome to use a piece of paper and a pencil. So challenge 1. What punctuation is needed to complete the first sentence? And what other correction is needed? I'll read out the first sentence to you. It is over here. Number 1, the cotton-top tamarin is only the size of a squirrel. So you're going to figure out what punctuation you need to complete it, and then figure out there's one other correction that you need to put in that first sentence. What is it? Challenge number 2. What punctuation is needed to complete the second sentence, and what other corrections are needed? So the sentence number 2 is, what is Rosa Mira doing to save the cotton-top tamarin in Colombia? So you need to think about and write down what punctuation is needed to complete it, and any other corrections that you need to make to that sentence. Challenge number 3. Using some of the descriptive words from the word wall, write your own sentence about the cotton-top tamarins featured in the film clip. Decide whether your sentence will be a statement, a question, a command, or an exclamation. Don't forget to put the right punctuation mark at the end of your sentence. Now, the descriptive words from the word wall are, we'll do my turn, your turn, cotton-top tamarin, primate, Colombia, deforestation, tropical rainforest, critically endangered, habitat, shock of white hair, tuft, logging, leapt, preserved, protected. Fantastic. So you're going to be using some, you can use all of them if you really want to challenge yourself, words from the word wall, and you're going to write your own sentence about the cotton-top tamarins that you saw in the video clip. You can decide if your sentences will be statements, questions, commands, or exclamations, but always remember that the quickest way to figure out which type of sentence your sentence is, the quickest way to find that out is by looking at the punctuation that is at the end of the sentence. So the full stop, or an exclamation mark, or a question mark. So really think about what you will use to end your sentences, because that will tell me if it is a statement, question, command, or an exclamation. So really have a think about the punctuation that you are using to end your sentences. Moving on to part 4 of your SPaG lesson, known as writing ideas. So we are going to have a chance to look at this worksheet. What I'm going to do is the link that I'm going to send you to this part of the website will have this as an attachment. So all you have to do is just click on it and it will be downloaded onto your laptop. So if you would like to give a go at doing the Inspired by Nature worksheet, then you can. But if not, then we are going to look at the writing ideas. So the first writing idea is to look at the Kids Corner section of the Proyecto TT website. And the way to access that is just by clicking on this, we call it a hyperlink. So you click on Proyecto TT website and it will take you there. You're going to design a simple game for children, either about the cotton-top tamarin or how to protect them. And that could be included in the Kids Corner. Remember to write a clear set of instructions on how to play the game. Instructions? William's class are super confident at writing instructions now, so if you are to do this writing idea, I have full confidence that you will do an absolutely smashing job. The second writing idea is to imagine that you are a cotton-top tamarin whose habitat is under threat from deforestation. And you're going to write a short speech or letter to persuade people that the Colombian rainforest should be saved. Think about what goes into a speech to make it nice and convincing. Think about what goes into a letter. We've written letters before, so if you want, you can just have a little bit of a refresh, couple of minutes to yourself where you think, what does go into a letter in order to make it the best letter that it can be? And you're just going to write that to convince people, to persuade people that the Colombian rainforest should be saved. Then your final writing idea is to start with the sentence that they have written, which I will read out to you. You're going to write your own Just So story that has the following title: How the Cotton-top Tamarin Got Its Shock of White Hair. And you can start it with, in the high and far off times, the tamarin had a bald head. See if you can write your own story to go along with that. A related clip that you can watch is over here. So again, when I send the link, you will be able to access this video as well. and it shows 2 tiny tamarins being hand reared. How exciting. I know I'm going to watch that once I finish filming this for you, and I hope you have a go at watching it as well, because there's nothing quite like seeing something happen live and in person rather than seeing pictures. I think videos is just that much better. So have a go at doing this work for your SPaG. Make sure that you put all of your work onto Tapestry for me to have a look. Now remember, this should take you an hour. If after an hour you still have some work to do for SPaG, don't do it, because you're spending way too much time on it when you should really be resting a little bit as well and taking those healthy breaks. Look after yourselves, Williams class, each and every one of you, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.